down here.
Why? What's wrong?
Well, I'm pretty bored. I've just been in this hallway doing wheelies, trying to get the juices flowing, you know?
Please tell me you're kidding.
No, Epiphany doesn't think it's very funny. I'm trying to challenge other patients to drag races, and she's threatened to take away my wheelchair license.
Well, you're lucky that's all she threatened to take away.
You know, if you came down here, you'd sure help me keep out of trouble.
I don't really know when I'll be done.
Well, I'll wait up.
No, don't. You should rest.
I need a kiss from my significant other.
From your what?
You don't like me using the F word, so I came up with some alternatives. Intended, spoken for.
Girlfriend still applies.
Yeah, for now, but when I get out of here, I'm going to tell whoever I want that we're engaged.
Let's just focus on getting you on your feet first.
I'm going to call you again before I crash, right?
Okay, bye.
Hey, I miss you.
I miss you too.
I didn't mean to scare you.
It's fine.
I'm looking for Kate.
She's not here.
Did she go out of town, or is this...
I don't know, and I don't know if she'd want me to tell you if I did know.
Why are you so mad at me?
A little note made me where the line began.
Look who found her way back.
I'm just here for a drink.
A drink?
Mm-hmm.
Since when?
But
Isn't that why most people come to a bar to have a drink?
Most. Some folks like you want more.
Well, tonight I'm going with the masses.
The usual?
No. Let's mix it up a little.
You know, I wish to stop playing games.
I beg your pardon?
Don't deny it.
Do I detect a trace of hostility?
Confusion,
About
maybe.
what?
You. Not that you haven't always been hot and cold, but it was the recent deep freeze that got it through me.
So now I'm frigid.
Oh, far from it. But maybe that's part of the Kate Howard mystique, you know? Get close, but not too close.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do. Though maybe it's not mystique. You know, maybe it's just a little game you like to play. Can I get him? I got him now. Adios.
What's with this wounded puppy routine? Is this a change from the usual sleazy come on, or is this a glimpse of the real Coleman?
Well, you should know. You got up close and personal with the real me. The one who's willing to put on the monkey suit and go to all your fashion parties just so I could spend some time with you.
Coleman, you...
Until you decided you didn't have any time for me.
Well, you didn't really think we had a future together, did you?
Maybe I thought we had something real. All right? Is that so hard to believe?
A man like you?
A woman like you? Who almost marries a mobster? Why the hell not?
I just told Dante that I can't see him because I'm swamped here, so the same would apply to having a
I know
conversation
you blame me
with
for
you.
Dante getting shot, but the good news is he's okay.
And I'm sure you're thrilled.
For whatever it's worth, I think you're good for him.
And you're not, and he knows that.
And, at least he has somebody by his side, and I hope that you two have a great life together.
Because if he had a wife, that would pull him back from putting himself on the line of fire, which would leave you free to conduct your business without your son getting in the way?
Dante taking fewer chances in his life is bad for you. How exactly?
No, it's not bad for me. It's bad for him. Because it's cutting out a huge part of who he is. He's a cop, whether I like it or not, and he's been shot twice. Once by you, and the second time because of you.
But the thing is, Dante's in the line of fire no matter who he's after, right? But if you put in a request, I'm sure that Mac will give him a desk job.
That's not even why he became a cop.
He would have just for you.
Oh, I'm sure he'd turn in his badge for me.
What are you waiting for? Ask.
Finally.
So you're just gonna sit there and pretend I just didn't lay my heart on the line?
What do you want me to say?
Well, that you felt something real, too.
I did. From you, I felt that you were having feelings about me that I couldn't reciprocate.
So all those times we were together, you never even considered that we could have
I can't afford to have a relationship with someone.
with someone outside your fashion circle.
No, someone who thinks I'm going to be a different woman than I am.
So who are you, Kate? You the one who let her hair down when she's in the sack with me?
That woman had to get out of the sack and into a Chanel suit of armor.
So did you find someone else to help you out of that suit of armor? So there is someone else. But bottom line, sweetheart, you came here. Which means whoever it is got you all heated up, then left you to cool off. All alone, didn't he?
You say that you love him.
Yeah, I do.
Then how could you want me to ask him to be less than who he is?
Okay, let's go with the first option. Dante takes the desk assignment. He's still a cop, keeps his badge, right?
And he's dead inside.
But he'd be alive for you, which is what matters. But he's not going to volunteer. So if you want him home safe and sound, you're going to have to insist on it.
This is all about what's good for me and Dante?
For me, it's a relief knowing that my son is not getting caught in the crossfire.
Uh-huh, and it also must be pretty difficult to not make a cop disappear because he also happens to be your son.
Don't you think it's easier for Dante knowing he doesn't have to investigate his own father having to struggle with the guilt and the conscience and the whole thing, and the cops thinking that he's covering for me? This is a fresh start for Dante, and he's doing it for you.
Okay, so if you say he would quit for me, why don't you quit for him and for the rest of your kids?
You think it's easy? Just like that I can quit? In my line of work, you go down a path, there's no turning back.
You won't have a choice.
Yeah, so do you.
What choice do I have? To ask him to change who he is and give up what he loves doing the most? My mom asked my dad to do that. We all know how that ended.
With all due respect, Dante's not Luke and you're not your mother, but he sees a future with you.
What future is that? The one where he goes to work and he never comes home? I don't know if I want that.
If you're so convinced that he's gonna die in the line of fire, you gotta do what's best. Break his heart first. Don't marry him.
Dr. O'Leary, call 5432. Dr. Call 5432.
Evening, Officer Padilla.
Detective?
I'm guessing since Mac didn't come here himself and he didn't send Ronnie, you guys still haven't found the guy who shot me?
Because I'm only good for writing up parking tickets and making coffee runs, right?
Well, maybe you had too much coffee yourself.
Better than the blow-in caps I've seen squad members snort and pop with their antacids.
Really? Did you report it?
And kiss my career goodbye before it even starts? No thanks. The commissioner might not go as easy on some of the guys as he has with others.
I've never seen Mac go easy on anybody.
He let Officer Spencer slide.
Like he went through hell on that case.
Then he took a very convenient leave of absence.
Lucky he's a good man. He's a good cop.
Are those two one and the same in your book, Detective? Or does a good character somehow reduce the level of the crime?
Is this going somewhere?
Do you consider your father a good man, Detective?
Well, that should cover my tab.
So where's this guy that's got you coming and going? Or are you playing hard to get, putting distance between the two of you to make him want you that much more?
Who said there even was a guy?
Well, something's knocked you off your pins. When was it? Being at the church again, at a wedding with Sonny?
How do you know about that?
You made the tabloids. And I was surprised you let yourself get snapped at a mob wedding with Sonny Corinthos, no less. Because you're always so selective about where and when
You
you
are
see
hardly
with me.
appropriate for every occasion,
Well,
Coleman.
you can't pass Sonny off a guy like him as your assistant, so what role is he playing in your life these days?
So now you're telling me not to marry Dante. So what is this?
Well, you shouldn't have
reverse
to...
psychology or something?
No, you shouldn't have to live in fear. I mean, Dante wouldn't want you to do that, right? So if you can't accept what he does, the risks he takes, then it's part of his job. You got to let him go.
It's very easy for you to say.
It's not about love. I know you love him. It's about loving him enough to be honest. I mean, look, it's easy to live in a fantasy, but it's the day-to-day that's the hard part. If you guys can't be truthful about what you expect, what you want, it's going to end before it starts.
I don't want to hurt him.
Worst thing that you can do to Dante is tell him you can live in his life and then realize after the fact you can't.
Why do I feel like we're not talking about Dante anymore?
Where do you draw the line between personal and professional?
I don't know. Officer, where to you? I mean, you're here questioning me after hours. Is that because of your professional duty or personal ambition?
Well, call me ambitious, but I think whoever shot you needs to be off the streets.
I think you need to be off the streets and home in bed.
What's it to you?
Hey, look, I was a rookie too once, officer, but yeah, I know what it's like trying to prove that you can handle the grueling schedule, add into the mixture the sleep deprivation. It can seriously impair your judgment.
First of all, I am not a rookie. Second of all, one would think you'd be glad someone in this department is making the shooting a top priority.
I am.
No, you're not. Why is that, by the way? Are you hoping this case never gets solved?
Would I